That's dope. So look, let's turn it up, man. Because it's somebody like, okay, I'm writing this down. I'm getting the gems. But what about the day-to-day differences, right? Like, how do you guys work through that? Is it like, give me some tangible, like y'all, and I can help you, think about it. But y'all sitting down, you do something different, he do something different. Is it okay, let's come talk about it? Or is it, let me think about what you just did so I can process it? Is it what is it? Is it, okay, look, let me call my mom and dad so I can see how they hearing about it? Whatever it is, like, we need to know, Because like I said, as a couple, it's like, man, you giving us some great gems, but I need to figure out how to get to that day to day. Like, so what does that look like for you guys when those differences do arise on a day to day?
Yeah. I feel like every situation is different, but ultimately it comes down to one of us sucking up our pride and just coming back to it. Which is really the hardest part about it, because for me it's always like, I know what to say, I know how to say it to her, I know all that, but sometimes it's just like, no, she gonna get it how it's coming, and you know what I'm saying. So, and it can get a little spicy, but ultimately she'll just be like, I'm not talking to you right now, and we'll break apart for it. It could be half a day, it could be an hour, it could be whatever, but then sometimes it come down to me just being like, all right, bro, all right, you tweet, bro, like, you got to just be honest about it. I had to come back, and ultimately she wants an apology, which I find has been the hardest thing for me to do. I didn't know. I never knew that was that hard until I started having to do it. And so ultimately that's what she always wants in the beginning of the statement.
But I gotta ask you a question though, because I can't forget this because it hit me, right? So I know it had to hit somebody else. What if they thinking like they didn't tweet? Because we talking about differences. Right, we talking about she's different, you're different.
True.
And so since that commonality of maybe thinking the same is different,
you
could be thinking like, yo, I know I was right.
Okay. That's 100% of the arguments.
I mean, I never feel like I'm wrong.
That's 100%.
I never feel like I'm wrong.
Let's touch on this.
I never feel like I'm
just because I said I tweet don't mean I'm wrong.
Hold on. Listen. I'm going to say it before it even happened because I feel it coming. It's a segment in the podcast where I say, Gem alert. I'm doing it in reversal. Hey, tune in right now. This is where it's about to come. Y'all about to get some life-changing information. Why? Because who really feels like they're wrong, right? But this is the growth.
Yeah.
I need y'all to bring this one home. Home run hitter, right? This might be the podcast with this. Y'all brought up this. This might be the podcast, right? If everybody feels like, yo, I'm right. My wife is wrong. My husband is wrong. How do you help somebody that's watching y'all? What do you give them? Because obviously, y'all been getting through that because y'all stay together. And y'all thriving in this area of understanding that y'all different. So I need y'all to bring this home. Give me both of y'all answer this one.
I say, so what? Like, just because I tweak don't mean I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And just because she feels her way doesn't mean she's wrong. But ultimately, what y'all bring full circle is the household or the peace is the ultimate goal. So that's the win. So if right now I have to take a L to my pride and just be like, you know what, I might have been right, but you know what? If I just apologize or if I say this thing, then now the household isn't, or now the peace isn't wise, and I didn't lose anything but a simple statement or any sense of value or anything, and that's really what you needed. Then ultimately that's the win, because the win is my wife's happiness, as was I will hope her win is my happiness. So therefore, really, I did win by creating that good moment of just sucking on my pride and just being like, you know what,